Hello and welcome to our 2021 Year in Review Masterclass. I am Heather and I'm really excited to be teaching you some really incredible stuff today. So thank you so much for joining. As you hop on, be sure to say hello in the comments. Really excited for this. And this is going to be all about looking back over the year of different things that happened, things that went well, things that didn't work out so great, and I'm going to be teaching you all of this so that you can implement it into your own coaching practice for massive success. So as you're jumping on, be sure to say hello. Hi, Michelle. Hey, Kim. Hey, I'm so excited to see you. There's actually a couple of people named Michelle in here, and I'm really excited to have you here, so thank you so much. I am going to be talking about the year in review for 2021. I'm going to take you through the year and tell you what went wrong, what didn't go right, so what went right, what went wrong. Who I am a business coach for nurses. I started out with a health and wellness company about 6.5 years ago. I grew it to a full-time income, which allowed me to leave nursing 4.5 years ago. Kept growing from there, but always had this dream to have my very own coaching business. I finally started at the end of January last year. I hit 15,000 in sales in that first month, and it's just gone up from there. So what I specialize in is helping other nurses and health coaches grow to multiple six figures online for more freedom. This is my specialty, is helping women start and grow online coaching businesses. Some of my strengths are marketing, sales, social media, and really helping my clients feel important and loved and recognized. These are things that are really important to me. So if you're new in my world, some of my client successes will blow your mind. I've had multiple clients leave the bedside and replace their nursing income with their coaching businesses. I've also had dozens of nurse clients earn anywhere from $3,000 to $20,000 within 3 weeks of launching while working with me. So it's just amazing to see their results and their wins, and I'm so freaking proud of them. They are on fire and they are incredible. And what I do is such a gift and such a blessing, and I'm so grateful every single day for this special work that I get to do. And I'm so grateful for the incredible women that I get to work with on a daily basis. I seriously can't believe that I get paid to do what I do, because it just lights my soul on fire. It is everything, and I adore it. I love what I do. I'm so passionate about helping other women create more financial stability for their families, for their children, for their future. I'm so passionate about helping other nurses, overcome the burnout and create something of their dreams that allows them to have more freedom, more flexibility, more time with their families. I'm so passionate about this. And I'm so blessed and grateful for what I get to do on a daily basis. So as you're coming in, be sure to say hello. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Brandy. Hey, Kamisha. Hey, Abby. Great to see you guys. Thank you for being here. So that's a little background on me. So today I'm going to teach you how I was able to go from a $24,000 cash month in January 2021 to a six-figure month in November, cash. I'm going to teach you kind of what happened throughout the year, how I was able to grow, how I was able to scale so quickly, and also the things that I did right, the things I did wrong, and then also my plan for next year. So I'm really excited to share my vision for next year and for the future and beyond. And I really hope that you're able to learn a lot from this and be able to implement a lot of these things into your own business. So I've really learned how to build a foundation for sustainable growth and with consistent sales, and I've been able to continue to scale from month to month. So it's been really exciting to see this level of growth. It was so unexpected. When I started at the end of January last year, I was just hoping to make $5,000 a month. I don't know if you read my post that I made last week, but I was so excited to just make $5,000 a month in my own coaching business. That gave me butterflies. It made me so excited to think about what could be possible with my own program and my own coaching business. I had been in network marketing for 5 years, and I felt like I was so stuck in a box with only being able to offer certain things to people. So I was so excited to be able to offer something of my very own. And I was so excited to see that it was starting to work because right before you start, there's always this fear of like, is it going to work? Are people going to sign up? And so once I started signing clients, it just made me so excited to see that they were signing, and it continued to grow from month to month. It just made me so excited about the future, and it just blew my mind at how quickly it grew. So I'm so grateful for the growth, for the fulfillment, the purpose, the most incredible clients ever. Just really, really full of gratitude for everything. So I put on my vision board in December of 2020 last year, I put the words accelerated growth. That's really what I wanted to make happen this year, and it came true. I also put really specific income goals on my vision board last December. So if you haven't made a vision board yet for 2022, do it, because these things come true and you will blow your mind. So on my board, I put that I would make, what did I put? January, I think I put like 25K or 35K, something like that. And December, I had the 100K cash month. And I remember when I made that vision board, I showed it to my husband, and he was like, how are you going to get to 100K month? Because he doesn't understand this whole manifestation thing. And I just told him, I'm like, I have no idea, but I'm going to make it happen. I really want to put it on my board, and let's see what happens. It felt good to me, and like I knew that eventually I could figure it out. And that's the thing about us as entrepreneurs is we can always figure things out. No matter how much fear there is, or no matter how much we struggle, we can always figure things out. And so I'm going to tell you about my vision board for 2022 in a little bit. I'm really excited for that. So let's talk a little bit about how the year went this year. I'm going to teach you the things that went right, the things that went wrong. So I started out in January. What happened was in 2020, I was doing mostly one-on-one coaching. I really needed to be able to scale. And so, in working with different business coaches, they're like, you really need to move into group coaching. So in 2020, I went through some things in my personal life where I wasn't quite at the stage where I could scale to group yet. And so January, I was ready. So starting in January, I transitioned into all group coaching, small groups inside of my Elite Nurse Coach Academy. So I started with 3 or 4 nurses at a time. And so that's what I did in January. I made that transition. I also started doing master classes. I also started doing shorter programs, like 4-week-long programs. So I was experimenting. I was trying different things out, trying to figure out how to scale and how to grow more. In February, I started my podcast, the Nurse Health Coach Podcast, and now it has over 2,500 downloads. Like, I'm blown away at the response of this podcast. So thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate your support. It just blew my mind. I had a business coach tell me that I should start a podcast because I noticed that she had one, and I asked her, do you think I should start one? And she's like, yes. So I was like, okay, well, if she's a multimillionaire, if she tells me to start a podcast, I'm going to start a podcast. So I did it. Even though it took me like 10 days to figure out how to do it myself, I got it done. And so that was in February. We paid off our cars that month. And then in March, I dealt with some clients who were out of integrity. So I want you to know that this happens in coaching. There will be people who cancel. There will be people who don't pay. There will be people who are out of alignment and who are rude to you. And it happens. I also invested in a high-level business coach in March. And then in April, I hired 2 VAs in the Philippines, and I will tell you that they were amazing. But what happened is Facebook thought that I was a robot because I allowed them to log into my social media, and we were sending messages at the same time, and Facebook didn't like that. So Facebook kicked me out of my account for 6 days, and it was terrible. It was horrible. I finally got it back, and it was like the best day ever. And they, I got this notification up on my screen saying your account has been shut down. You may not be able to get it back due to COVID. We have less employees and they may not be able to review your profile. So I was like, oh crap. And they also said it will be permanently deleted in 30 days. And so I was freaking out. Facebook is my main platform. I'm also on YouTube, LinkedIn, I have my podcast and Instagram, but Facebook is like my bread and butter. Like Facebook is everything and I love it. And so the fact that I got put into jail for 6 days, couldn't access anything, it just was super frustrating. So what I learned from that is it's really important when you do sign a virtual assistant that they do not log into your account. So we had the VA start working outside of in her own account after that happened. In May, we went on a really amazing family vacation. I was able to pay for this incredible, huge condo for our family and go swimming. It was super fun. June, I got some more business headshots done. July, we went on a family vacation. August, we went on another vacation. In August, I had like 17 no's in a row on discovery calls. So I want you to understand that this happens sometimes, and it was really hard for me. Like it was making me really start to question, like, is anyone ever going to sign up again? And it was really frustrating for me to hear no over and over and over again and be rejected over and over and over and over again. And I was doing my sales calls in the same exact way I always do them, coming to them with energy and happiness and confidence, and yet I kept hearing no over and over again 17 times in a row. So that was very defeating for me. However, I did bounce back, and the last week of August, I signed 7 clients in 1 week. So I will tell you to keep going, even when it gets really hard. When you keep going, when it's really hard, when you're really struggling, when you're starting to doubt yourself, starting to question, is this going to work? I want you to remember to keep going no matter what. Like, keep your head up and keep going. So in September, we were able to go to Kauai on my dream vacation. I had been dreaming about it for years. My husband and I finally got to go, and it was incredible. It was like a dream. It was the most beautiful place I've ever been. If you haven't been, you have to go. Also, I kept raising prices. So something that really helped me scale throughout the year was continuing to raise prices every 3 months or so. October, we went on another vacation. So you're probably seeing a pattern here. I write this into my vision that I read every single morning to give my family a vacation every month. So we actually go on vacation every month for like 5 days. We usually go to my mom's house up in Idaho. It's about a 3.5 hour drive, and we just spend like 5 days with her. And my sister and her little kids are there, so my kids get to play with them, and cousins. They have the best time ever, and it's just so relaxing and so comforting. And so I love online coaching, that it gives me that flexibility to be able to do that, to be able to take my kids to my mom's house and just spend time with her. It is the biggest blessing ever. Like, that's what I dreamt about when I was working as a nurse for 8 years in the ICU, working nights, holidays, weekends. All I wanted to do was just to be able to take my kids and go to my mom's house and spend time there. And yet I was working almost every weekend. And so that, because my husband was on shift work, and a lot of times I would have to work almost every weekend because he was on day shift during the week. And so for one of us to be home with our son, and that meant that I was working almost every weekend for a while. It was not fun. So that's something that I am super grateful for with online coaching, is the freedom and the flexibility to have my own schedule. I get to figure out when my calls are. I get to figure out when I work, when I don't work. I get to go to my mom's house. We get to go on vacation anytime I want, and it's amazing. It's such a blessing. So in October, we went on vacation, and then I started offering one-on-one coaching again. So for almost a year, I was not offering any one-on-one coaching. I did not sign any one-on-one coaches or any one-on-one clients for almost 9.5 months this year. because I was focused on going from one-on-one to one-to-many, one-to-small groups. So I finally opened it back up to one-on-one coaching because I wanted to work with higher level coaches. I really had this desire to call in higher level women because I knew that I could help them get to a higher level. Because at that point, you know, I was already at $50,000, $60,000 months. I knew for a fact that I could help higher level coaches. And that's why I brought one-on-one coaching back and started signing one-on-one clients in October. In November, we went on vacation. I also announced my first in-person retreat. So excited for that. That's going to be at the end of April. If you have any questions about wanting to come to our retreat, just message me or comment the word retreat in the comments here. It's going to be amazing. And so that's basically what the year looked like. I continued to raise prices over time and just continued to get better at what I was doing. So that's what you'll find in your coaching, is that you'll keep getting better and better, improving with time, and you'll be able to increase your income with time as well. So how I was able to scale so fast from January to now is because I went from one-on-one coaching to small groups. So when you transition into groups, it will allow you to work with more people and it takes up less of your time. So this is something that I teach my clients how to do as well. I also increase my prices every 2 to 3 months, and I continue to do that. So if you've ever wanted to work with me, if you've ever thought about it, the longer you wait, the more the price goes up, just FYI. And that is normal in the coaching world. Any successful business coach or health coach, any type of coach really online, their prices are going to continue to increase with time. So that's something to keep in mind, is the longer you wait, the more expensive it's going to be to hire the coach. And that same is exactly true for me when I hire coaches. If I wait too long to hire a certain coach, their price just keeps getting higher and higher. So I would just want you to know that that is normal. So the top 3 things that worked really well, first of all, is group coaching. What I found when I transitioned from one-on-one into small groups is the nurses love it. They love being connected to other nurses who are building their businesses at the same time, because they're all in the exact same place where they have no idea what they're doing. They have all these ideas, but they don't know how to put them together. They don't know how to get started. They're not exactly sure what they're going to coach on or who their niche will be. So this is what we all work on together. And it's just so cool to see them create these bonds, these connections, these friendships. And it's so awesome to watch them support each other on social media and collaborate and grow together. It has been the funnest thing to experience. So it's been such a blessing to be able to bring these nurses together and have them work together. It's incredible, and the results just keep getting better and better all the time. So the other thing that works really well was my podcast. I actually have a lot of nurses who find me through that, and they'll message me and say, hey, I've been listening to your podcast. Can you tell me more about what you do? So podcasts are an excellent way to get your ideal client's attention. So if you haven't started one, I would recommend it. And then the other thing that works really well was just raising my prices. And because, I'll tell you why, as you continue to raise prices, your clients get better and better and better. Like, they're more committed, more dedicated than ever before. And the quality of clients just continues to improve. And it's so much fun. It's awesome. So keep raising your prices. It will keep the flaky ones out, the ones who are not committed and the ones who are not serious about change. So the 3 things that did not work, the 3 mistakes that I made this year, the first, the biggest one was having VAs log in as me on social media. And the reason why is because Facebook thought that I was a robot. They thought there's no way that one person could be sending this many messages, interacting with this many people. And so that's why they shut my account down. And now I honestly don't know if my account got shut down because it got hacked or if it's just because of all the increased activity. But I know that it's because of having the VAs do that. And so that's why I teach my clients to not do that, and I teach them what to do instead. I'm also looking at what I can do differently to delegate at this point, because here I am hitting 6-figure months, and I'm a solopreneur. I do everything myself. So that's the third thing is sometimes this year there were times where I got really consumed by my business because I love it so much. Like, I could seriously work on my business every single day for hours and hours and hours and not get tired of it. But I realized that I needed to create more space for free days and also working in my zone of genius. So that's something that I'm currently working on, is what else can I delegate to people to help me out, to help me grow and scale even farther. And then the last mistake that I made was, I learned this in working with other business coaches this year. I learned that I was giving too much in my Elite Nurse Coach Academy. And so I actually scaled it back. I cut out a lot of stuff in that program throughout the year, and I got a lot tighter on boundaries. And I'm continuing to get tighter on boundaries in 2022. Super important to create these boundaries to help yourself be really sustainable and to have a business that continues to grow with time. So my $2 million plan for 2022. So I wrote down the other day what I want my income to look like next year. And I would strongly suggest that you do the same. So I'd love if you could take out a piece of paper and write out the months for next year in 2022 and what your income is going to be. So for me, I wrote out that in January it would be $100,000. July it'll be a $200,000 month. And by December, it'll be a $300,000 month. And that just felt good to me. At first, I thought, well, maybe I could go up to 200 by December, but it didn't feel good to me. So you got to like check yourself and see what feels good to you. For me, like to get to a 300K month next December felt really good for me. And so now, looking at those numbers now that I have them written out, I'm going to reverse engineer it. And I'm basically going to figure out, okay, what needs to happen in order to get to a 300K month next year. So I'm really excited to work on that. I love this stuff. It lights me up. It makes me so excited. I'm such a nerd, but I love it. And I'm so excited for next year. So yes, that is what I have for you today. So I covered everything I wanted to talk about. In 2022, the way that I'm going to scale the 300K months is basically by continuing to raise prices, creating more offers, getting better at what I'm doing, and then continuing to invest in my personal, my professional, and my business development. So I want you to understand how important it is to invest in yourself, not only personally with, personal development and taking care of your mind, body, and soul, exercising, getting enough sleep, but also professionally. So I am continually, constantly, almost every single day listening to business trainings, professional trainings, books. And the other thing that I do, that I've done throughout the year, is investing in high-level business coaching. I spent over $28,000 this year on high-level mentorship, and I intend to do the same next year, if not more. And that is what allows me to continue to grow, continue to scale, continue to get higher and higher and higher. So I want you to understand that if you want to hit astronomical numbers with your income next year, I strongly recommend that you work on your personal, professional, and business growth as well. So important to invest time and energy into our health, our well-being, our professional development, our learning, our growing. It is vital to do this. It is so important to be investing in mentorship and support to help you continue to get to that next level. We are never complete. And this is a mistake I see a lot of my graduates make, is a lot of them finish the academy and they feel like they're complete. When in reality, if they were to step into the mastermind or into one-on-one coaching and continue to have that support and that abundance and, just helping them get to that next level, they would see so much more growth and they would have so much more success. So that's another reason why I separated my mastermind from my academy, because I really want it to be a next level thing. For when graduates of the Elite Nurse Coach Academy finish, they have the ability to step into the mastermind. that allows them to have continued support, continued love, and just allows them to continue to up level, get their questions answered, be surrounded by amazing women, and also with the one-on-one coaching as well. So that's my plan for 2022. Everybody is really quiet today. I'd love for you to ask any questions in the comments. I'd be happy to answer anything that you have. If you have any questions at all about how I scaled, how I was able to continue raising prices, anything about what I did well, any of the mistakes I made, or my $2 million plan for 2022, I'd love to see any questions you have in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer those for you. And thank you so much for being here today, by the way. Okay, Christina asks, what is your favorite podcast? That's funny, you should ask, because I actually don't listen to podcasts. I'm not a fan of listening to conversation. I'm a fan of listening to like data and facts. So actually what I do is I invest in business trainings. So I go and buy business trainings and then I listen to those at night. I actually don't listen to podcasts ever. I listen to books and business trainings. However, I will say like Brendan Burchard, I know he has a great one. Other than that, I don't listen to any podcasts, to be 100% honest. What other questions do you guys have for me today? So I hope that this has been really informative for you. I know I covered a lot today. We went over all the things that went really well, things that didn't work. Christine's asking me, what's my favorite business training? So it just depends on what I'm wanting to learn in the moment. I go and buy business trainings from all different coaches, honestly. So I find coaches on social media and I go and buy their business trainings and I listen to them. So like multiple coaches. How much has your coaching changed in 1 year? That's a great question. Honestly, I can't remember. I can't remember what it was at the beginning of the year. I know that it's increased at least 6,000. It's increased a lot, and it continues to increase a lot just due to supply and demand. I have a huge demand of women wanting to work with me, and so I can only accept a certain number of clients. Otherwise, I won't have the energy and capacity to hold all of them. What you deliver. So what's changed in what I deliver is I did scale some things back that I was basically teaching everything I knew in my academy at the beginning of the year, and I started scaling back, like cutting things out because some of the nurses were getting overwhelmed by too much information. So I started cutting it out, and then those are things that they can learn if they step into the mastermind or one-on-one coaching. So I have plenty of information to teach people. Cool. When putting together a program, do you use Facebook for your programs or another platform like Kajabi? Yeah, great question. I use another platform, and that's something that I teach my clients. So I'm currently starting up with Kajabi, and I may start plugging in my course there, but I use a different platform right now that's free that I teach my clients how to use. So yeah, great question. All right, cool. So I hope that this has been very informative for you. If you are complete, if you are just happy with what you've learned, I will see you next time. If you would love to hear about how to work with me, I will dive into that now. So you are welcome to take it off if you want to. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your time. Thank you for listening. And for those of you who would love to learn about more ways of working with me, I am going to tell you about that right now. So there are currently 3 ways to work with me. The first way is my signature program. This is what I've been doing for almost 2 years now. And it is just, it's perfected, like it's perfection. It is so comprehensive. It includes everything you would ever need to know about starting an online coaching business. This is our Elite Nurse Coach Academy. So I've also helped physician assistants, personal trainers, different wellness professionals. So you don't necessarily have to be a nurse, but most of my clients are nurses. And what we cover in that is we just basically start your business and build it from the ground up. So I help you create a signature program I teach you how to get clients online. We figure out what type of coaching you want to do, who you want to coach. So I have a lot of nurses who come to me and they're like, I don't know what I want to coach or who I want to coach, so I can't start with you. Well, that's nonsense, because that's exactly what we work on together. I help you figure out exactly what you want to coach on and exactly who you want to coach. So we get very clear on that. We work on that in detail together. We work on creating your program, and then I also teach you how to get clients online. So I have been building online for the last 6.5 years, and 100% of my clients have come from online. That's my specialty. That's what I'm really good at. So I teach you how to do that in an organic way, meaning you don't have to do any paid ads, and it blows my clients' minds. I have a client who I just started working with who was spending thousands on ads on Facebook, and she started with me to learn the organic strategies, and she's already having more growth than she had with spending thousands of dollars on ads. So it's super cool to see how successful we can be with organic marketing. That's what I do. It's what's allowed me to get to 6-figure months. So I strongly recommend it. So the second way to work with me is inside of our Elite Mastermind. So our mastermind is only for graduates of the Elite Nurse Coach Academy. So you must have gone through that, or you have a current coaching practice in place with paying clients. So this is not for beginners. And what the mastermind is it's basically like, it feels like home. You're surrounded by other high achieving women. We have a group chat thread, and we do Zoom calls every 2 weeks. So you are plugged in. You have incredible support, connection, collaboration, proximity to me, a high-level mentor, to help you grow and scale and make more money and have more clients. So the third way to work with me is my one-on-one private coaching. This is only for graduates of the academy, or if you have a current coaching practice and you're working with paying clients. So this is the most advanced level. This is the highest proximity to me, and you get amazing support, like unbelievable, customized, individualized support to help you grow your income massively, and to help you sign way more clients, and to help you make way more impact. So if you're interested in any of these, just comment below: academy, mastermind, private coaching, whatever you're interested in. I can get you the details on that, or you can come to my inbox and let me know which one you are interested in, what you'd love to have more details about, and I would love to hear more about you and your goals. So I hope that this has been super helpful for you today. I'm so excited for you to implement some of the things that I taught. I would love for you to create a vision board for 2022, also write out your income for 2022, and then figure out a way to make it happen. I also strongly recommend that you invest in yourself, in your personal, professional, and business development. That's what's going to allow you to have massive success and abundance of growth in 2022. So excited to close out the year with you. I love this community. I love the incredible women in here. And I just want to thank you so much for your support. Thank you for being here. I hope that you have learned so much this year from me. And I hope that your businesses will just explode next year. I'm so excited for what the future holds. This is the best time in history to have an online coaching business. So I'm really excited for the future. I'm really excited for you. And I want you to know that you have what it takes. And I believe in you. And I know that you are going to have an incredible year next year. So I cannot wait to see you grow. I can't wait to support you along the way. And I cannot wait for all of your dreams to come true, because they will if you believe in them. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas and an amazing holiday. Take care, everyone.